Welcome student on another video lecture. Today's topic is biological evaluation. That biological evaluation includes whose specific parameters, the parameters which are given by World Health Organization, which include bitterness value, hemolytic activity, swelling index, foaming index. Second is toxicological evaluation, which includes pesticides residue, heavy metals, microorganism, aflatoxins, radioactive substances. Third one is pharmacological evaluation, which includes in vivo, ex vivo evaluation, animal origin or tissue activities. All these included under biological evaluation of herbal drug. Now first one is bitterness value. Medicinal plant material that have a strong bitter taste are employed therapeutically and mostly as appetizing agent. So these are used as appetizer, and due to that bitterness it will stimulate the secretions in gastrointestinal tract, and it will increase the hunger or appetizing agent. The bitter properties of plant material are determined by comparing the threshold bitter concentration of an extract of the material with that a dilute solution of quinine hydrochloride, because quinine it is obtained from the cinchona bark, contains quinine, quinidine. All these are the alkaloids and they are strongly bitter in taste, so they are used as a standard, and the bitterness property or concentration is compared with the quinine hydrochloride, and the bitterness value is determined and it is expressed in units equivalent to the bitterness of solution containing 1 gram of quinine hydrochloride in 200 ml of water. So it is expressed in units. So 1 gram of quinine hydrochloride it is dissolved in 2000 ml of water, and the bitterness value is calculated in unit per gram using the following formula, that is 2000 into C upon A into B, where A is the concentration of stock solution, that is the concentration of quinine hydrochloride solution which is prepared, B the volume of test solution in ml. So whatever the drug which is to be tested for bitterness property, that test solution is taken in ml in a tube with a threshold bitter concentration, and the value which is given, that is B, and C is the volume of quinine hydrochloride R in mg in the tube with the threshold bitter concentration. So from that stock solution quinine hydrochloride solution is prepared, and the volume of quinine hydrochloride in tube threshold bitter concentration is taken in third test tube or second test tube, and the values are put into the equation and it is calculated and find out the bitterness of that particular herbal drug. Second is hemolytic activity. Many medicinal plant material of the families Caryophyllaceae, Araliaceae, Sapindaceae, Plasmulaceae and Dioscoreaceae contain saponin. So all these plant material they contain saponin as an active ingredient, and the most characteristic property of saponin is their ability to cause hemolysis when added to a suspension of blood. When that saponins are added to the suspension of blood, it will cause hemolysis. Saponin produce changes in erythrocyte membrane and causing hemoglobin to diffuse into the surrounding medium. So it will changes the erythrocyte membrane and the hemoglobin will come out through that membrane in the surrounding medium. The hemolytic activity of plant material or a preparation containing saponin is determined by comparison with that of reference material, that is saponin R, which has hemolytic activity of 1000 units per gram. Its hemolytic activity is 1000 units per gram, and the comparison is done. So you have to take a sample and that sample is added to the suspension of blood, then it is incubated, and during that process what will happen, the erythrocyte membrane will change, and the hemoglobin will come out, and also it can be determined by taking absorbance of the released hemoglobin which is released, the absorbance is taken, and that will also give the result for hemolytic activity of the drug. The hemolytic activity of medicinal plant is calculated into the following formula. Now it is filled in the formula, that is 1000 into A upon B, where 1000 is defined as hemolytic activity of standard saponin R in relation to ox blood. A is the quantity of saponin R that produce total hemolysis, and quantity of plant material that produces total hemolysis, and a comparative study is done and find out the hemolytic activity of the drug. Next one is swelling index. Swelling index is the volume in ml taken up by the swelling of 1 gram of plant material under specified condition. Its determination is based on the addition of mortar or a swelling agent as specified in the test procedure for each individual plant material. So the swelling index is the how it is performed. Suppose 1 gram of drug is taken and 10 ml of water is added. It is properly shake and homogenized so that the drug will absorb water, and now how much that drug is swelled, that is measured in volume in ml, and that will give the swelling index for that particular drug. For example, this swelling index is important for those drugs which are used as a purgative, so that they will absorb more amount of water, and they will help to relieve the constipation. Isabgol seeds are used to as a purgative, so these are added in container, and in that water is added, and how much volume is make up by, or how much water is absorbed by that drug in ml, that will indicate the swelling index of that particular drug. And if this drug is having more swelling index, then it is used as a good purgative, and that will determine its quality also. Foaming index. Many medicinal plant material contain saponin that can cause a persistent foam when an aqueous decoction is shaken. So aqueous decoction is prepared and it is shaken, then it will produce a foam. So many medicinal plants, those contain saponins, they will produce foam. Foaming ability of an aqueous decoction of plant material and their extract is measured in terms of foaming index, and foaming index is calculated by using formula. Foaming index is equal to 1000 upon A, where A is the volume in ml of decoction used for preparing the dilution in the tube. So various dilutions are prepared from that decoction, and the test tube is shaken, and find out what is the height of that foam which is produced above the test tube. Where foaming to be the height of 1 centimeter is observed. It should be minimum 1 centimeter, but it can be more than 1 centimeter, but it should be remain 1 centimeter, and from that foaming index is find out. Determination of pesticide residue. World Health Organization and Food and Agriculture Organization sets certain limits of pesticides, because the herbal drugs which we are using during cultivation, the pesticides are used, and these pesticides should not cause any harm to the patient, and it will not come in your formulation above limit. For that reason, certain limits are there for the pesticides. These pesticides are mixed with herbs during the time of cultivation. Pesticides like DDT, BHC, toxaphene, aldrin cause serious side effect in human being if the crude drugs are mixed with these agents. So when these pesticides are applied on the medicinal plant, they will absorb by the plant during their cultivation, and it will come into the drug, or but it should not be come into the formulation above its limit. The average pesticidal residue should not exceed more than 1%. So whatever the pesticidal residue, it should not be exceed more than 1% in case of a herbal formulation. And average pesticidal limit in mg of pesticide per kg of plant material can be calculated on the basis of maximum acceptable daily intake of the pesticide for humans, and as recommended by World Health Organization, and the mean daily intake of medicinal plant material is calculated by average, that is ADI into E into 60 upon MDI into 100 is the formula. ADI is the maximum acceptable daily intake of pesticide. That much amount of pesticide, if the person is eating any food or any medicines or any formulations or other things, that daily intake should not be more than that limit, that is maximum acceptable daily intake of pesticide mg per kg of the body weight, that is ADI. E, extraction factor, which determine the transition rate of pesticides from plant material into the dosage form. So while preparing the extract from the plant material, how much that pesticides will come into the extract, that will according to that it will come into the formulation also. So what is the extraction factor, how much pesticides are extracted during the extraction process, that is E. Mean daily intake of medicinal plant product, and if the any medicinal plant product is prepared, how much daily intake of that medicinal plant, all these values are put together in the formula, and average pesticidal limit is calculated. The contamination of medicinal plant material with arsenic and heavy metal can be attributed to many causes, including environmental pollution and traces of pesticide. The content of lead and cadmium may be determined by inverse voltammetry or by atomic emission spectrophotometry. These are the methods which are used to find out heavy metal impurity. Heavy metal assay or heavy metal content should be determined by these methods, and following maximum amount in dried plant material, which are based on average daily intake values, are proposed. Lead 10 mg per kg and cadmium 0.3 mg per kg. These are the basic or minimum limits which are given for lead and cadmium. So whatever the consumption by any patient, it should not be more than 10 mg per kg for lead and cadmium 0.3 mg per kg. So these are the limit for heavy metals. After that, determination of microorganisms. Usually medicinal plant containing bacteria and molds are coming from soil and atmosphere. Analysis of limit of E. coli and molds clearly throws light towards the harvesting and production practices. The substances known as aflatoxin will produce serious side effects if consumed along with crude drug. So aflatoxin will produce serious side effect if it is consumed along with crude drug. The following table shows the maximum limit of microorganism allowed in raw material and finished product. Now, though we are controlling the microbial growth, but certain amount of microorganism may present or may come during the processing of herbal raw material or herbal formulation. So there will be a maximum limit of microorganism which is allowed in the raw material and finished product. That includes microorganism E. coli, it is 104, finished product 101. Salmonella nil. Salmonella should not be present in the raw material as well as finished product. Total aerobic bacteria 105, in finished product it should not be present. Enterobacteria 103, and in finished product it should not be present. So these are the limits for microorganism. So microorganism control or testing is also done. After that, aflatoxin content. Aflatoxin are the naturally occurring mycotoxins produced mainly by Aspergillus flavus and Aspergillus parasiticus. Presence of aflatoxin can be determined by chromatographic method using standard aflatoxin B1, B2, G1, G2, and in IP method it is given NMT 2 microgram per kg of aflatoxin B1 and total aflatoxin 4 microgram per kg. It should be allowed, it should not be more than that. And USP method, NMT 5 ppb of aflatoxin B1 and total aflatoxin of 20 ppb, that is allowed by USP method. Radioactive contamination. Microbial growth in herbals is usually avoided by radiation. This process may sterilize the plant material, but the radioactivity hazard should be taken into account. So microbial growth, that should be avoided by using radiation. Radioactive, but that radioactivity or irradiation will result into radioactive hazards, and that also taken into account, that it will not cause any radioactive contamination. The range of radionuclides that may be released into the environment as a result of nuclear accident might include long-lived, short-lived fission products. So fission products means these are the fragments of the larger nuclear accident, and actinides and activation product, all these are long-lived as well as short-lived, and nature and intensity of radionuclides release may differ markedly and depend on the source, that is reactor, reprocessing plant, fuel fabrication plant, isotope production unit. The radioactivity of plant sample should be checked accordingly to the guidelines of International Atomic Energy in Vienna and that of World Health Organization. Whatever which is given in the World Health as per the World Health Organization, it should be checked that radioactive contamination will not take place. So all these comes under the parameters which are given by World Health Organization as well as toxicological studies. Thank you.